What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Man, What the Fuck Are They Doing? This is part 2 of what concerns you. You feel it? It probably concerns you, for real, for real. Did a video a little bit earlier, and this is gonna be part 2. But in order for everybody to file in and whatnot, you know how we do it around here. I'm gonna go and listen to music and shit. Do a little preamble, warm up, wake up. You know what I'm saying? You guys get your snacks and shit ready. I haven't the slightest clue what the fuck's getting ready to be said, but I'm looking forward to it. So, smoke it if you guys got it, drink it if you guys got it, chew it if you guys got it, and if you do that other shit, man, do it if you got it. Alright? I'm gonna put on music first, and then, I'm gonna kick into the whatever the fuck individual has to say, the collective, the copy. So without further ado, man, y'all enjoy yourselves. Let's start off with music and then let's get into what the fuck is concerning everybody. I mean, tick-tock tick is only getting closer.
Silverback gorilla music. Double hard bastard, dojo magic, go gadget. Liddy, tryna get litty, holler me and we can let the devil out. Hating, keep hating, all you motherfuckers need to simmer down. Blind men wanna see my vision, and the calm men and women wanna ask permission. I'm driven, I'm getting down to business. I expect you to understand my ambition, but that's a sick opinion, bro. Thanks. I'ma get to swimming, no chase. I need a woman that can lift up a car, help me with an alibi when I get home from the bar. Double hard bastard, climbing out the casket. If you gotta know I'm doing great, fantastic. 8 straight jackets, 8 that's classic. Skate right past it. Thanks for asking. From the wall to the window, hit the crescendo. If you're trying to flex, yeah. Cup of cock in a thought, take a shot, but a bro say less. Lady, try and get litty, holler me and we let the devil out. Hating, keep hating, all you motherfuckers need to simmer down. Look out below, it's leeches down there. I see blood in the snow. When you sitting at the top, you're talking, that's how it goes. Any other human would have stumbled down, they would have slowed. Raise your glass if you're invincible, made out of gold. I'm alive, I'm a diehard. My God, high tide in my pie chart. From side eyes, getting high in a dive bar. To 5 cars on the line in my side yard. From the wall to the window, hit the crescendo. If you're trying to flex, bitch, cup of clock in a thought, take a shot at a bro, say less. Lady, try to get litty, holler me and we let the devil out. Hating, keep hating, all you motherfuckers need to simmer down. You wanna level up in life, all you need to do is listen to my music. I'll grab your hand, we can go do some colorful, vibrant shit. Boogie Baby, aka Prof, aka Kaiser Von Potterhorn, aka King Don Potterhorn. How many words you fucking need to describe that I'm more fun than a crackhead with a squirrel on a leash? Break down the music, break down the music. I'm stealing your fucking shoes. Prof, aka that's my fucking cousin's bike. You should leave now. I'm gonna leave now.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
I like my bitches bad. I like my money tall. Diamonds gigging on me. MJ off the wall.
Everywhere we go, it's a party, y'all. Show them ass titties like it's Mardi Gras. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
Ay, yeah, go crazy. Mamita, shake it, jelly. Pag may umawak sa'yo, aabutin sa insemi. Oh my, oh baby, face card medyo deadly. Ay, can I have your numero, then put it on my telly. Yeah, bitch, mama nilong, minsan rolyo style long. Cash man sobrang busy, pag sipa alam mo na I'm gone. Call ka walang sasagot, flight mo din di mabot. Lifestyle sobrang angas, mga coffee di makasabot. We make bitch, see I'm living trap out sa buildings. Kami street kings, function sa gilid. Shit in a silip, kaso wala sila makita sa amin, they go shh. I like my bitches bad, I like my money tall. Diamonds gigging on me, MJ off the wall.
Everywhere we go, it's a party, y'all. Show them ass titties like it's Mardi Gras. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go
Do it
crazy.
like that, baby salt and pepper shaking it. I don't chase a shot, tell me why would I go chase a bitch in Colombia? Now she got a brand new shape with it, like my bitch is bad. Promise there ain't no mistaking it.
She a stallion bitch, she ride me like a Bronco. Pretty with ass titties, my bitch got that combo. She like the deep throated, I put it on her tonsils. I hit it from the back, I'm pulling on her frontal.
I like my bitches bad, I like my money tall. Diamonds gigging on me, MJ off the wall.
Everywhere we go, it's a party, y'all. Show them ass titties like it's Mardi Gras. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
Alright. Bruh. Look, bruh, hold on. Look at this shit. Ooh, fuck. Even. Steven, even Stevens. On me? It's not for everybody, brother. I promise you that. Go Navy. It's not for everybody. This is not for everybody. It's 1:30 at night, and no, maybe in the morning. 1:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting at 100 and motherfucking. Ooh shit! Oh, it went down. Now I'm sitting at 100 degrees. Ain't that daytime weather? My motherfucking God. That was the wrong thing to do. Took a shot. However, comma, that's just not the way I operate. Excuse the fuck out of me. That could have been a that could have been a lesson. So yeah, it needs to cool off. One AC running, the other one's on fan. And it's 100 some odd degrees after 12. You don't understand? It'll go into 2 like it's doing right now. And be 104, 112 degrees at night or in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, wait, what? So you have to sleep through that. And then you wake up if you have a job and the sun's coming up. So you had to sleep through 112, 110, or as I'm doing right now, 100. You give that about 4 more hours and it's time to get up. This is that type of weather where you don't really need no clothes on when you go to sleep, or covers. And if you do sleep in this shit with covers and clothes on, you're a real one, my guy, my gal. You know what I'm saying? That could have been too personal, but Hell no, bro. I took one sip of beer, and that shit, that's why I had to take off real quick. That shit said, hell no, bro, it's too hot. So, I'm a sailor. Don't do that, Tuck. I do remember naval service. What is the cure to a hangover? I'll actually sit and wait for somebody to answer that shit. And no, I won't. You just put that shit in the comments if you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. What is the fucking cure to a hangover? Well, according to my shipmates in the Navy, I was always taught that the cure to a hangover is more alcohol. That's one way to die early, but you know, sure does beat the hangover. Don't listen to me right now, bro. I'm just shitting with you. But no, low key, that is a theory. At least back when I was back serving in Hawaii. The cure to a hangover is more alcohol. So that first step did not work. I'm not hungover. My body might be, but I'm not. Mentally, I'm not mentally foggy. So try this route. Go back to listening to the music and shit. I'll be right back with y'all. We'll get into this concerning message. But for right now, I'm gonna play tracks, and I want to get into this release. We'll talk about it. We'll just talk about it. If you ain't got shit to do, you might as well just hang out. But for right now, I'm going in to do my studies, listening to some hip hop music. Obviously, I'm a music producer, so I like listening to music and studying the ups and downs of everybody else's shit, so I know exactly how to move forward. Remember, if you find a song that you like and you're a music producer, remember what you liked about that song and try to recreate it. Do not duplicate it. It's not about remix. That's not what we're doing around here. You make that shit your own. So next, ooh, shit. That had to happen. Oh, and look, alcohol. Let's go. Fuck it. Round two. Fight.
Alcoholism, 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 alcoholism.
Pull this bitch over, my nigga, I gotta piss. I stay with some sip in my fist, I drink like a fish. Sometimes I'll be sober, but most of the time I'll be blitz. I'm having my guru, my nigga, all on the bitch. We ball like we hoopers, my nigga, we hood rich. We win and I lose with my fella, we got chips. I keep me a staple of pistol grip folk feel. Cause I'd rather be judged by 12 than to be carried by 6. Don't wanna be carried by 6, I'd rather be judged by 12. Suckers be all in my mix, cause I be up in their gap. Don't know how to rewrite spell, but I can act and I spread. I can sell rocks to a cliff, I can sell oil to a way. Yeah, area reppin', don't need no slacker injection. Big Ocean 11, hustlin' and money collecting. I'm shattered, I'm blended, man, I've been cheating in 7. The popo, they trippin', man, they sobriety checking.
Alcoholism, 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 alcoholism.
That first verse is crazy, lucky I had me a death. A designated driver, a rider, we in it heavy. We knocking 40 water, he foolish the boy gone. That's all they played was his music when I was in the group home. About to go slap some bones, shoot some dominoes with my fellas. Get on that Patron, Costello, Ella, and Della. Tend to get on the board, I'm fresh off the top. If I skunk you, my ninja, you gotta drink 2 shots. Or we can play for some fatty, or we can play for push out. Or we can put on the gloves, go from the shoulders and box. After that, we can hug and get a winner's prize. All my fellas is thugs, ball heads, and dreadlocks. Slide out to the function and continue to get bent. Last week it was smacking, my nigga, that shit went. I left out of there with not one but 2 women. I guess you can blame it, man, on the alcoholism.
Alcoholism, 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 alcoholism. Granny rock animal, sitting in the coupe, orange like cantaloupe, something on the manifold, beers in the rear, old English beer make it hard to steer. I've been getting fucked up since the 9th, 10th grade, bird and grape Kool-Aid, no ace of spade. I swerve, then I do things like ants in the rain, and I'm guessing it's the money we gain, the champagne. I'm pools in the lot, bullets in the Glock, hot boy or not, did it like 2 shots. Stop boy, I'm hot and I like to bring shots, and I'm going off the hoolie after 20 and whatnot. You say what you say, I'm a paper boy, little waves up top with the taper boy. She be playing hard to get, but you can make a boy. Put some drink in a cup while I switch shit up.
Alcoholism, 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 alcoholism. Please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. Please drink responsibly. Please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive.
Please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. To add on to that, don't drink in the heat, because you may end up dead or alive. Or don't drink and drive because you may not arrive. Don't drink and drive, you may not arrive. May? Well, you know what? I'm going to leave may there because I'm going to shut the fuck up right there. I am a sailor. Drink responsibly, I believe, is the correct terminology, because everybody's been to the fucking ball game where they're like, hey, you know the guy with the hat and the tray full of beers? Who's driving? Dad, you driving? No, Mom's driving us home tonight. Something like that. America, let's go. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. You guys are all grown ups. And if you're not grown, you're on the wrong fucking channel. I promise you that. I done said 6 cuss words in 2 seconds. Don't do that. Go watch SpongeBob. It's really hard to put that beer down, I promise you that. This heat is stupid as fuck.
Keeping it a buck, but they still call me Penny. All about my cheese, why you think I live in dairy? The only way I eat is keeping fear in this town. The way kids disappear, you think that Epstein's still around. I'm an underground rapper, watch me float up to the top. See that red balloon, that's a sign you getting popped. I live in your mind, call that plenty for your thoughts. Got a body count higher than an OnlyFans thought. Took Georgie's arm, so you know I'm on and dangerous. Got his boat, I got the racks, so yeah, I'm holding paper up, Bill asking where his bro be at. He floating like the boat he had. Roll me up another bitch, I'm smoking on that Georgie pack. One wrong move, you'll be floating in the septic. Headless, no remorse, I'll take you off the senses. Nothing weighs heavy on my chest but a necklace. I run up on Bill like I'm late on the electric. Like a foster parent, got your kids in my custody. I do it cause I'm hungry, plus this shit is fun to me. You can never fuck with me, I am what they wanna be. 2016, had a clown trend because of me. No matter how far you try to run, I'm still behind. I stay living in the tunnels of your mind. I be doing stand up, why you can't stand up? Hunting down kids, turn to a manhunt. Back in Derry for the summer, drag that boy into the gutter. Took a brother from another, took a son from a mother. Hey, your cousin, he was bustin'. Think I'm bluffing, bitch, you buggin'. I'ma gut your whole crew. When I pull through, you gon' float too. I said, welcome to Derry. I get strong when they get scary. Catch 'em at the barrens, teach 'em life is temporary. Bitch, I said, welcome to Derry. Hard as cold as January. Dripping in the sewer, and the drip is what I'm wearing. I do this shit for thrills. Rubies on my grills. I got custom painted red balloons on my Georgie was his everything to me. He's just another meal. Looking to the deadlights, bitch. I'm the reaper of the rappers from the streets. Like shit, I'm from beneath them. I gain these kids trust like a groomer, then attack. If you snitch, I'll drag you to the sewer with the rash. Shout out to your girl underground, and then I taste her. I ain't talking about a boy.
I gotta pause real quick. Now for individuals, Tuck Beat, that channel, you guys, I didn't say that shit yet, but yeah, Tuck Beat, that channel over there, the one that all this shit started from, doing music production and shit, they got that shit on lock for like probably 2 months. Still go subscribe to Tuck Beat, because I'll be back over there on that channel. I mean, you can't even post like happy birthday or no shit over there. It's like, all I can do is just go look at it and see comments and shit. And I don't believe, even if I have comments on them videos and shit, I can't even reply back. It's basically, oh, that's IA, nigga. That's AI. No, nigga. That is the fact that it's a well-known platform and it has that much outreach. It has pull. So they put me on timeout on Tuck Beat. And once I figured out that you could be put out on time, you could be put on timeout on fucking social media. That's when I figured, all right, as far as YouTube's concerned, the dog and the cat just went to the bedroom. I don't know, on the bed. I've never seen that. I hope we're not getting ready to have an earthquake. That's real talk. I just lost my chain of thought. Well, that's not normal. You know, when animals start acting weird and shit, I pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapped into energy. They got water. Fuck the food. I already ate earlier, so I don't know. When animals start acting stupid. Y'all seen them motherfucking videos, right? Anyway, I lost my chain of thought. But like I said, I'm gonna get to this motherfucking, I'm gonna get to this information so you guys can do your mental download and take what you need, what resonates, you feel me? But I lost my whole chain of thought and I don't care to go and find it back. Must not have been important. Or it probably was, but it just be like that.
And I say I ate a bitch, I live forever. What's confusing? What isn't computing? Why they trying to test IT like they troubleshooting? All my diamonds dancing like they Michael Jackson. Always catch them lacking. Every time I'm laughing, I'm what they imagine. Underneath they mattress, kids missing in action. I'm like, damn, what happened? Rappers are just acting. No, I'm never capping. In the Crystal Mansion, in that bitch relaxing. Watch me steal your girl, then steal your kids out to children on the web. Someone call Chris Hansen. Find me in the suit, so you know I'm really with the shit. Other clowns were loving it. I'm like, bitch, I'm living it. Feasting on the innocent. Miss me with the missing kids, little shits. I don't give a fuck like impotence. When you're back from summer break and notice that your classes shrank. By the time you graduate in classes 8. You'll see them on Nancy Grace, wondering if they passed away. Ate the brain as food for thought. They were just my snake that day. Stop blown rotation, call that merry-go-round. Got me laughing at your misery. It's fitting for a clown when I come around. I'll leave you redder than a heron. Word to Barney Stinson, I'm a legend. Fucking dairy, back in dairy for the summer. Drag that boy into the gutter. Took a brother from another. Took a son from another. Hey, your cousin, he was bustin'. Think I'm bluffing, bitch, you buckin'. I'ma gut your whole crew. When I pull through, you gon' float too.
All right.
Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a place you cannot stay. Or you can't go, or I don't know. Or back the fuck up, I'll be.
You be alright, bro. Man, chill, dog. Damn. You be alright.
I get those goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the high, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time.
I ain't gonna press my line.
And here's what I got for you. Since we are all over here posted up and we're listening to music and shit, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try put this shit up on the screen and shit. I believe this is I'm not gonna do it. That's a bad idea. I already know if I'm getting copywritten for my own music. How you doing Tethers? Welcome to the channel. You're more welcome to join the panel. Panel is linked to the channel. But this does concern you as well. And that thumbnail is everything right now. I'll drink to that thumbnail. I'll drink to that thumbnail. But I'ma just drink to that thumbnail. Okay. Oh, bro, salute, nigga. Hats off and all that shit. Go Navy. I don't know what's up with that thumbnail though. You must be a comedian. You must be trolling in this motherfucker. Not trolling, but you know what I'm saying. There's people that got the divine souls and shit with that soul energy. We gonna get to it, brother. Ain't trip. Y'all gonna eat. Stop fucking with me. But anyway, welcome to the channel. Where's that at? Yeah, this concerns you. I'm gonna leave that up because this does concern everybody. If you didn't watch the last video, well, this is part 2. And we'll figure the rest out. You know what I'm talking about? We'll figure the rest out. I need to go back to this music though. Yeah, I'd love to play the videos and shit, but I don't want to fuck this up because I got important information to show, and it's like, it's not worth it because I'm definitely not gonna stay up for hours. Shut up.
Yeah, I wanna press my. I wanna green like I wanna be like I wanna press my line. Yeah, I wanna take that ride. Yeah, I'm gonna press my line. I wanna green like I wanna be like I wanna press my. Mama dear, spare your feelings. I relive a moment, feeling more residual. I can buy the building, burn the building, take your bitch, rebuild the building just to fuck some. I can justify my love for you and touch the sky, forgot to stop the dating wall.
Put that pussy on the pedestal. Put the pussy on the high horse. That pussy to die for.
That pussy to die for. Need a pipe or pick the peppers. I can pick your brain and put your heart together. We need to park the shady parts and party.
You know what? Hold up. Can y'all niggas even hear the music? Cause I be over here vibing and shit. What happened? I don't be looking at the chat that much. I fucks with you and D on that on the late night. On me, for real. I'm sure she'll call here. I'm pretty sure she'll call eventually. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate it. Like I fuck with y'all. I fuck with everybody the long way, bro. This does take energy to actually sit up here, but honestly, it's not really too much. It's just in studio and just with cameras on, basically. I know when I first started fucking around with YouTube, I would have 2 cameras on, but I think that's I don't want to do that shit right. That's for another day. But like anyway, I fuck with y'all a long way. Let me go back to this track. Like I said, I want to put the tracks on the motherfucking screen because I'm not the DJ. Apparently, YouTube AI has figured out what I want to hear, and so all I gotta do is just click on shit like, yup, you must be paying attention, nigga. But it's fun. That's why I got two, I don't want to say her name, in my house. One in front of me and one behind me. And I'm training them, and I'm letting them know their mistakes. Now, if I'm letting them know their mistakes about certain information, I can only imagine with these fucking things that have legs and arms, talking about, can you make me some pasta rigatoni or some shit, and the motherfucker just slaps shit out of you with a frying pan. Like, these motherfuckers got bugs in them, and I'm testing them. I wouldn't have ever put one of these bitches in my house because I'm the one that's anti any of this shit. But however, comma, you have to realize that the fucking future is not, it's forward moving, nigga. Both of them start with F, nigga. You're moving forward towards the future. The past is behind you, nigga. Everything that you heard me say a few seconds ago is in the past, unless you hit the fucking rewind button. And I don't know why you would want to go back to your past, but what's done is done. Music.
Hard, the diamond shows the coup forever. My best shot just might shoot forever. Like
I get those goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the hype, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
Hey, another side note, it's hot as fuck. It's 100 degrees right now in the middle of nowhere. But that's not the funny part. The funny part is that the whole motherfucking United States of America is on fire right now. California's got forest fires going all over the fucking place. And they're creeping towards Nevada. Who neighbors California? I don't remember. I got a map in here. Got a map in the trunk. I used to have the map in my head. You think about America and you start building those states and shit. You tell me how many of those states you can place. If I gave you a blank map right now, I want to see how many states you could fill out. You copy? Now I'm being very serious. This is, see, I'll be going off on tangents and shit. I'm random because I really want you guys to focus on, yeah, music and shit, and it's all fun and dandy, but there's also survival involved with this shit. I was gonna say, where's my firearm at? Come on, brother. I promise you, they don't like you showing this shit. But again, you have to have the right skin complexion to actually show off firearms. Copy? It's on safe. What I want you to focus on is where you're gonna get your water from. Hey, power's out. Your water treatment facility. I mean, it doesn't even take the water treatment facilities no more, bruh. The water treatment facilities, all these data centers that they keep building for artificial intelligence and things that we probably cannot speak of, are sucking up all the city's water from the rivers, from the lakes, from where your municipalities originate water and clean it for you to drink. They're sucking all the water up and then they spit it back out, and it comes out with flakes of, copper. We won't get into that subject right now, but for those of you who look like me with this kind of skin complexion, copper is very significant. Copper is very significant to a lot of people. However, it significantly affects those who are melanated. Those who have brown, bronze skin or have been infected with blessings, which is called melanated skin. Jesus was not. And then we don't talk about religion nor politics, music. All right, well, any, meeny, miny, I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
Play this shit.
Yeah, man. So I'm sitting back chopping game with one of these YNs, right? So what the YN don't understand is that before there was a YN, there was a DJ. And I'm gonna run it down to you so you can understand the game, young homie, because it's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? I grew up in the era of G's and BGs. Half of the homies had hands on real keys. I'm not talking instruments for this incident. We sell crack and minds by the increment. Dressed to a TBG with a pistol grip. Play with the homies and you will get pistol wet. Looking for a pad to stash and twist a lick. Homie had a bag, so I grabbed a grip. Bring it back to the hood, and now we gon' spit this shit. Now we on deck on the set.
That's
I'ma
not
get
funny.
you
Hold on.
bitch.
Pause. I told y'all niggas I don't be reading. I promise you, I told y'all niggas I don't be reading the chat. But tonight, for some reason, I keep coming back to the chat. And what the fuck is that? Because I mean, for the good part of the day, since it want to be 115 degrees outside, it's like these walls aren't that fucking thick, bro. You can feel every inch of motherfucking 115 degrees. So cats laid out, dogs laid out, I laid out, alcohol. When? Check your time right now. So it was like, hell nah, nigga, it's water time, nigga, just like MC Hammer. He said hammer time, it's water time, nigga. Oh. Now, Senator Lindsey Graham just died. I don't know about it because I've been asleep. I'm up right now because, well, for the better part of the day, it was hot as fuck, and the best thing you could do is sit still. And this could be TMI, but I took off all my motherfucking clothes. That's why I don't have on no clothes right now. Whoa, no, hold on now. Let's not go there. I don't have on no shirt right now. Alright, so this is some shit. I don't understand how these motherfuckers is doing this encampment down in is it Quartzsite, Arizona? I don't know, but it's a bunch of niggas in RVs. They ain't got no power, no connections to water. They in the middle of nowhere, and it's tent city. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but I done seen this shit on YouTube. There's a bunch of motherfuckers living in the middle of nowhere, like Burning Man. When they, I'm gonna leave that subject alone. I did not hear anything about Lindsey Graham dying. Copy. But if so, I would say rest in peace. I don't wish nothing negative on nobody, but I just seen the motherfucker on the news, but that's usually how it happens, you know what I'm saying? I just saw that motherfucker 15 minutes ago. Like, yep. That's how that shit happens. So, but then you have individuals that want to live here forever. It's like, are you sure about that? You want to live here forever? You got a bad back and 3 knees, nigga. You wanna keep living that shit? All right. Cool. 1,000 people died in France in one day from the sun. Yeah, I believe I was reading or watching something about that. Oh, they cooked over there in France or some country because these niggas don't believe in air conditioners because they pollute. Nick, I don't believe so. Like, man, if I was doing a tour and I got to a hotel room and it was like, oh, we have no AC here. It's like, all right, well, I'm not doing the show because I'm a hot body, bro. Like, my job in the military had me in a fucking freezer. The whole career, just in a freezer. Doing shit. You feel it? Like, when I step outside, anything above motherfucking negative fucking 40 or 50 is hot. But I've always been that way. I've always been hot. So, being in the middle of the heat and then the government playing around with weather, it's a conundrum. So, my best thing to do is hibernate like a fucking bear. My best bet is to hibernate and hydrate. HH, double H. Hydrate and hibernate. Now it's nighttime or morning for those of us, and I'm up. That sun starts coming up through my cameras, I'm gonna be turning the fuck back down. Bless my motherfucking garden outside. Some of those plants are taking it, and then some of them plants is taking it. And grow your own food, my nigga. Grow your own food, bruh. Like I said, those are some off the subject shits. Like what I normally am is killing folks. Shit. But you can garden, you can cook, learn to cook. These are therapeutic situations. Gardening, therapy, cooking. There's some more shit. There's some more shit, but those are the two that come to mind because I'm staring at one of them. The other is right there. Oh, making music when I feel like it. When I feel like it. Being on. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, music. Shut the fuck up.
This youth mine, I'ma just scoop mine. Mama said in due time, nigga, you do time. I'm on a mission, moms, I'm not listening. I'm banging for the hood, I'm shining and glistening. Ops wanna pop, but never could out me. Ask the bitches from your hood, all them hoes know about me. I'm fun with a smile. I'm young and I'm wild. Disrespect ain't allowed. I got a gun in it. In the cut like cleavers, believe us. Advil kills all your nighttime fevers. Eyes on the corner, word is run up on cuz, dog will pop on you. Me and my crew do what we do. We don't talk up on you, walk up on you. Project effective, BG code of ethic respected. Outside they cooking, anxious, ancient, yeah I'm looking. BGs, OGs, my G's, YNs, TCs, and YGs. I'm just giving you a little game. Giving you a little game, OG, BG, yeah. So you don't have to feel the pain. Why you got that in the tricks, yeah, man. It's all about them letters, man. And your alphabets, right? A, B, C, D, E, G, C. So YNs. I pray that you grow to be OGs and don't get caught by the alphabet boys. A, B, C, D, let that sink in. Yeah, from BG to OG, OG to YN. Let's get it together, y'all. A, B, C, D, E, G, C. I took the time, cause I don't want you to waste no more time. Cause you don't know how much time.
First off, we the opposite of soft. We let it get twisted like fingers crossed. We stay smoking like bad exhaust. Rocking these zucchini aviation vegetation. Working English distinguishing for these translation. Protection, my weapon of choice, magical. Walther PPQM2, tactical. I like guns with bolt action, like Mossberg. 4 intruders, they did what they designed. Everybody in my platoon is a tycoon for sure. Trips to Jamaica, vacation, buy up the top floor. I got ism, be spitting, manipulate. Wordsmith, got a cold sales pitch. I can sell paper to a tree, drink water to the sink, smell the Tahoe, chips to Bellagio. Fucking Haley Berry's on my bucket list. I stick my tongue in her pussy lips.
Not too many friends, I'm just ganging. Broke boys always complaining. No bands and I speak different language. New car goes feel like I'm racing. Be like how I go when I'm in my zone. In my zone, I'm gon' make it known. I'm gon' make it known, yeah.
It's cause it's mandated. All type of glitteries, little hand caters. Eager to get it, they told me have patience. Land in your resi, they got a bag waiting. We pulling up for it, we in the bag claiming. Ain't get you couple static, cause we activated. Body for body, it's really that gangsta. My bitches be trafficking off of back pages. 1/4 of a million, it's all rap paper. Another 1/4 of a million, it's out the trap paper. They 5-0 circle and double back later. 10 pieces of cookies in the duffel, double that later. A lot of niggas traded always during off season. Get you some guala and watch how the peasants all greasy. If I could call a dead homie, I'd call Deezy. He was tapped in with all the leads that we all needed.
Not too many friends, I'm just ganging. Broke boys always complaining. No bands and I speak different language. New car goes good like I'm racing. Green light, how I go when I'm in my zone. In my phone, I'm gon' make it known. I'm gon' make it known, yeah.
90059, we them zip holders, brick runners, real hunters, Costa Nostra. Got dope for your nostrils too. First parking lot, 3 doors down, we ride you. Got the niggas with the shit and we got bread. Big chopper, turn your dome piece to a drop head. Ain't nothing like like a project, bitch. Making that cow fresh and cow work flip. We set up shop to slay nicks out of house. If the police hit, ain't shit coming out of mouth. My day one niggas, yeah, my niggas I'm thugging with. Spray ain't special, 4-4s, we slugging shit. You ain't know? That's why them Barons in the hood now. They itching to get a little footage to shut the hood down. But we here to stay. Wild Watts, nigga, we don't play. I tell you why, nigga.
Not too many friends, I'm just gangin'. Broke boys always complaining. No bands and I speak different language. New car goes square like I'm racing. Green light, how I go when I'm in my zone. In my phone, I'm gon' make it known. I'm gon' make it known, yeah.
Why not?
I'm up in a drain, Frank, cover hard, man. You smart as chucking, make them scream, set them up a boy. Cut the me back, try to see what niggas if they born. Stand to the round, tell they said he levels, got they more kid. Come on, sit down for the show, and some popcorn to it. Man, me, he cut the hoe, she say she like I band do it. You know where I get the singing, thought you just make dance me. I try to speak a scatter rap game, but my fans knew it. Don't get scared, nah, tell the people they been sleeping. Now they counting dead, now that shit get scared, niggas creeping. You can better leave now, I ain't through that to the sleep in. I turned in a band, boy, that bitch stay on my head now. Boom, 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 hop out. Boom, 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 hop out. Nigga, boo, God don't watch me come through. Drippin' hard, go record, fuck around and lost a shoe. I think that shit is scary, looking around like who I'm talking to. You gon' get that shit up off your chest, I send them hitters to your crew. Pussy got a thing rolling up, I got that threats, put that pressure to his face. Michael gon' take off that knife. They need some titties in this bitch, these hoes ain't licking from the ass. Get no pussy, they get scared feeling this point, I'm tryna blast. Are you scared of me? No competition, going find more. You want an apple, come and fuck with me and took one of my brown right three. Who could dump on me, pulled over, I'm in trouble. I pull a 10 out of stash after I fuck her, yeah, I lie. Don't get scared, nah, tell the people they been sleeping. Now they counting dead, now that shit get scared, niggas creeping. You could better leg, nah, when they do it to the sleep in. I turned in a band, but they bitch stay on my head now. Boom, 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 hop out. Boom, 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 hop out.
Fuck being the side nigga, I'ma be the main court. Whip the rolls like a young nigga made. I ain't tryna die young, so I ride with one. Stood 10 toes down in my Balenciaga. He ran out on a nigga, that's a shot top. Cold-hearted nigga with the block out. Gotta keep it on me, I wanna die young. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'ma gon' post bail, just look at my wrist. Tell me why the legends always gotta die quick. Tryna get my bag, I had to go and make it happen. Me and my dogs, we was bustin' out them bandos. Count out them hundreds, then we throw it in the mattress. Wrap it in plastic and throw it in the attic. I be in the streets, nigga, I stand 10 toes. Any nigga in my situation would've been for. We was trapping out the basement, made it back tenfold. Gotta stay out the way, that's why I'm always on the tenfold. We was fighting fan cases, remember I was 2-0. Nigga was fighting depression, sipping syrup, I was moving slow. I was down below, but still I always kept my head up. Nigga gotta get my bread up, I don't wanna die young. I ain't tryna die young, so I ride with one. Stood 10 toes down in my Balenciaga. He ran out on a nigga, that's a shot top. Cold-hearted nigga with the block out. Gotta keep it on me, I wanna die young. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'ma gon' post bail, just look at my wrist. Tell me why the legends always gotta die quick. I'm dead.
Come on. Come on. All right, look, wait, hold up, gun on me. Ain't no talking when a gun on me. Maybe God will forgive, but not on my street. It's crazy out of town, show no sympathy. Slide, Susan, doing the move. Came with her nigga, but the bitch was shooting. Ain't no telling what the bitch you do. I was all on her face like barbecue. I do a little powder and a bitch do too. I do a little Molly and a bitch do too. I had a hitter with the room, made her drink the truth. I'm a fool with it, baby, I thought you knew. Cali ID, I can't show the law. Try to talk back like I know it all. You'd rather get him and date him, I'd rather break him and shake him. So I'm all in her purse like it's protocol. No, I can't trust bitches that hang with them. Snitches no words, I'ma say to them. I'm tryna make it out the ghetto, but the odds are slim. So I can't trust niggas that hang with them. No, I can't trust bitches that hang with them. No, I can't trust bitches that hang with them. No, I can't trust niggas that hang with them. No, I can't trust niggas that hang with them. Wait, hold up, drink on me. Unknown cause, put the bank on me. I'm tryna get in where I'm fitting while I getting this good. Have your head on the swivel when you in my hood. Peel got me smacked like, R&B sounding like dun dun dun. Broke ass bitches, I'ma run from them. Cause I been getting money well unkin' now. Can't tell me shit, baby, can't you tell? I'ma get at this bitch, I'm a house for me. A real boss, I have money, put up for me. When I let off a clip, couldn't find all the shells. Nigga, it's the mouth, start with all that fake. I hunt around, drummer, had his whole block quake. R&B ski, where I got this game. My own mama couldn't have me go against the grain. No, I can't trust bitches that hang with them. Snitches no words, I'ma say to them. I'm tryna make it out the ghetto, but the odds are slim. So I can't trust niggas that hang with them. No, I can't trust bitches that hang with them. No, I can't trust bitches that hang with them.
Alright,
No, I can't trust niggas that hang with.
This is speed round
I
now.
mean, you're a sellout. I would never do that. You could never do that.
Hey, woo. Can't nobody live and do the shit how I did it. So I'ma talk my shit in how I get it. It's like I sell printed, it's not scrimmage. I don't play Ben Simmons. It's real for the bills, throwing suckers on the grill like a cookout. I'm removing competition, they get took out. Tell guys he go and bring his checkbook out. Matter of fact, bring the library and make sure my name on it like a primary. P-Lo, with a itch and Napa Valley sipping Pinot. At the end of it, I do this shit for Pinot. All that hate shit crazy, cause we know. All that hate shit crazy, cause we know where they really from. When you moved up out your hood, you was really young. Back to the bitches that below like million. Thick ass milk looking like an Australian. Fuck switching up cause it worked for me. This for them fine ass bitches down at Hercules. Just getting real shit, I know the owner personally. I pay my dues, not a game reimbursing me. Hey, I don't care about no zodiac sign. When you make me go to stars well aligned. I got a couple things on my mind, but the only ring you get is when I ring your line. Fuck with it one time. Baby, I'm just tryna have a good time. Play this when the honey's outside. Run it back one time, like fuck one time. Run it back, 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 back. Run it back, 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 back. Run it, poppin' it for real, got it poppin' it for real. I got both hands on it, she asked
Baby, I'm just tryna have a good time. Play this when the honey's outside. Run it back one time, like fuck one time. Run it back, 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 back. Run it back, 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 run it back.
It's actually a nice little groove. I'll take it. Let's try it out.
This that new shit, fresh up.
Pause. I'm gonna let this shit ride, and then I'm gonna let Auntie talk. I'm gonna let Auntie talk after this shit.
But the box, out the box, out the box, out the box. Baby, pull up with that wobble wop wop. It ain't my fault. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box, out the box. Whoa, how many times I let you know? This big like a Super Bowl. Rich presidential make her hit the pole. There she go, there she is. Looking candy, baby, she a candidate. Can you keep it lit like a candle is? What it's talking about like a panelist. Damn, I'm him. I make it hot like Sriracha. Let the beat now. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box. Baby, put up with that wobble wop wop. It ain't my fault. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box, out the box. You know I'm a star, but I ain't finishing. Exit, I'm getting off. Like what the business is. This go, it's way too raw. Hey, I can't mimic this. This go, this bad, this wild. Should check your chinny chin on that shit again. Hey, I make it hot like Sriracha. Let the beat knock. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box. Baby, pull up with that wobble wop wop. It ain't my fault. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box, out the box. Out the box, 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 out. I make it hot like Sriracha. Let the beat knock. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box. Baby, put up with that wobble wop wop. It ain't my fault. This that new shit, fresh up out the box. Out the box, out the box, out the box, out the box.
So you don't waste your fucking Sunday afternoon, morning, evening. Let go.
What's going on, Chosen? So we are jumping in concerning the shutdown of CERN. This is part 2. This message is going to be very lengthy, and I had to make sure that I carved out the time to make this happen. I had a lot going on today. On top of that, woke up this morning with a head cold. Y'all saw me yesterday, perfectly fine. Not a scratchy throat, not an itchy nose, not nothing to indicate that a cold was coming. Woke up this morning with a head cold. So I will be, doing what I got to do to make sure that everything is in alignment. Now, we got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to need y'all to bear with me because I'm going to be uploading videos that's going to bring about some evidence that we need to talk about. Towards the 20-minute mark, around that time is when I'm going to start the reading and where we're going to be tapping into the energy to get some channeled messages from the ancestors because I got a lot of questions. So if you are here with me and you plan on sticking it out, leave, I'm here with you. And we are going to jump into this very important message. Visit ShaviZanesGuidance.com if you want to purchase any of the products that I have created. I have 6 different decks for you to choose from: Ancestors Money, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Dr. Francis Cresswell Sink, and Madam C.J. Walker. I also have the Spiritual Cleanse, where you can cleanse your energy every time you take a shower. It consists of frankincense, myrrh, Palo Santos, and sage. You can also order my miniature altars. You can get my book full of channel messages and order your Straight Outta Religion hats and t-shirts. You can also get a 15-minute, 30-minute, or 1-hour session over the phone with me where you can ask as many questions as you'd like. So definitely check out the description box as well as the comment section to book your services and to purchase your products. All right, so Chosen, we got a lot to talk about, okay? I don't even know where to start. I've been getting so much information download when I try to tell you pieces are being put together and things are starting to make sense. How many of you all remember the solar eclipse 2 years ago on April 8th? The solar eclipse, they sent 3 rocket ships up on the same day, and one of the rocket ships, they called it APEP. APEP. How many of you all remember 2 years ago when they sent the 3 rocket ships up on the day of the solar eclipse? This was a very big deal. It was a lot going on planetary wise, and we did a group ritual. I'm going to put up a little clip just to remind you all about some of the things that we talked about, as well as the clip that really set things off for me. We're going to tie this all into CERN, y'all. Just bear with me, please. Watch this clip. Been bringing in regards to this solar eclipse, but this one, the plot definitely thickens, okay? Now, many of you have been calling attention to the 3 rockets that NASA is preparing to shoot up at the solar eclipse on April 8th, okay? Now, apparently, these rockets are being shot at the solar eclipse in order to measure how the sudden disappearance of sunlight impacts the Earth's atmosphere, okay? Now, obviously, they're doing this because they have a fear of the sun. So the powers that were are very, very terrified of what this energy is bringing. Now, this video, please pay attention. I posted this video in the most recent message, okay? And this video is in regards to, well, actually, it's not a video, it's a TV series, okay? Now, I'm going to help to explain to you all what this means and what their agenda and plan is. Towards the end of this message, I'm going to bring an additional declaration that we need to do to offset their plan. I'm recording this scene from the series Theodosis. I need you all to pay close attention to what's said. I have to give a shout out to one of the viewers of my channel who called out what was said in this particular scene that I missed, okay? And we're going to get into how the plot is thickening and how the powers that were are blatantly putting in our face how they recognize what this eclipse is going to bring in terms of their destruction and what their plan is, y'all. They're definitely conjuring up a lot of spell work and dark magic using Egyptian dark magic and a particular Egyptian god who was the god of evil and demons. So listen to what they say, guys. Pay attention, y'all.
Do you have the eye?
No. The amulet has a transformation curse protecting it.
Do you know the removal spell?
I'm working on it.
Looks like you're running out of time.
Don't worry about me. I'll get us the eye.
No need. Our master has made other plans.
What plans?
They don't concern you.
All hail our pet.
Chaos is coming.
A PEP would be the direct opposition to the goddess Ma'at, and the energy of truth, okay? It is the opposition of the sun god Ra. Now consider they're shooting these 3 rockets up towards the solar eclipse on April 8th, just in a few days from now. The rockets are actually called APEP, A-P-E-P, okay? The rockets are named after this god that was mentioned in this TV series when he said, all hail APEP. And she said, our masters have a plan. Now, remember, the whole objective behind why they're doing this in this TV series is because they're saying that they need to gain access to the Eye of Horus, but that the Eye of Horus has a protection spell surrounding it so that they do not have access to it. And so they're trying to figure out how to gain access to be able to remove that spell so that they can then obtain the power of that energy. They want to obtain the power of the energy of the Eye of Horus so that they can do spell work, cast dark magic over the entire planet, because the objection is to destroy and to maintain power. Okay, so they know that this eclipse is bringing in utter destruction. So they're sending this rocket up there because they're trying to see they're claiming that it's for the purpose of seeing how the earth might manage, what will happen in the atmosphere, in the environment, if it was absent the sun. All right, y'all, put an 1111 in the chat if you're still here with me. I'm adding these clips because this is very significant to the overall reading that we are going to be doing in a little bit, okay? But I need to tell y'all why this is significant. Now, that particular clip that I showed you all, if you all recall that time, let me know in the chat if you remember the ritual that we did, because most of us, if you was joining, we went outside on April 8th, the day of the eclipse. Myself and my children, we was out there saying prayers, shifting the energy of the universe. I did a burn and release, as you all can hear in that clip. I spoke about us doing a ritual towards the end. I did not include it because it would have taken up a lot of space in this message here. But we ended up doing a ritual on April 8th, 2024. And on April 8th of 2024, like I said, that was the solar eclipse. They sent 3 rocket ships up into space, right? Now, the reason why this is significant, especially that TV series clip that I showed you all, is called Theodosia. That TV series was put out on the television network in 2022. I want y'all to see that there's a pattern here. In 2022, the CERN machine was also turned back on. The CERN machine was restarted in 2022 because they have these spurts. Prior to that, it was shut down from 2018, and it was started again in April of 2022. So they started up the CERN machine less than 2 weeks after the solar eclipse, because the solar eclipse was on April 8th. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm off, y'all. Excuse me. They started this up in 2022. The solar eclipse was in 2024 of April. You see there's a pattern here, though. The solar eclipse was in 2024 of April, but in 2022, that show called Theodosia was put out on the TV networks where they were specifically talking about the solar eclipse. Now, let me tell you all why the solar eclipse is important. I'm getting ready to upload a clip of a scientist who actually is a well-known scientist who sat down with particular scientists that was working on this CERN machine. Watch and see what she has to say.
Well, an entity came from this portal and like it sat at the table.
Her name is Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger, and she's talking about the work being done at CERN. She's a scientist, researcher, and public health expert who has worked closely with governments and international organizations for over 20 years. She's credentialed, respected, and has access to circles most of us will never enter. But in 2016, at a dinner in Portugal, she found herself seated next to 2 physicists from CERN. What they told her that night would change everything she thought she knew about reality. Officially, CERN's mission is to study the fundamental structure of the universe, to smash particles together at near light speed and observe what happens. In 2012, they announced the discovery of the so-called God particle, a triumph of modern physics. Nobel Prizes were awarded, the world celebrated. But since then, silence. Billions more spent. The collider runs continuously, and we hear almost nothing about what they're actually doing. There's occasional vague statements about exploring extra dimensions, mentions of portal experiments and dark matter research, cryptic references to opening doors and unknown unknowns. And then there are the symbols. The statue of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction, prominently displayed at CERN headquarters. The strange rituals and ceremonies. The occult imagery that seems woven into the facility's very identity. What are they really doing down there? What have they found? And why does the largest scientific experiment in human history feel like it's shrouded in mystery? Dr. Stuckelberger wanted answers, and in 2016, she got more than she bargained for. During this time, she was in Portugal attending a dinner hosted by a colleague. She's seated at a table with two physicists, one from CERN in Geneva, one from CERN in Portugal.
And I sat at their table and I was like so happy not to be in a boring table.
She decides to ask them the questions that have been nagging at her. Her first question is simple. How many dimensions are you working with at CERN?
I said, so how many dimensions officially are living in the CERN? And they both said 17, very affirmatively.
When she asks for documentation for proof, they tell her they don't have any. They just know it's 17. They work there, but they can't prove it. But then she presses further. She wants to know if anything has ever come through from another dimension, if they have any evidence, any proof.
And they said, well, yes, there is something. And then they started talking about the CERN portal. There's a portal for the LHC. There's a door, a round door, like in the Stargate. So in front of the door, they have a room. They probably have many doors, but they have a room and they sit around the table. And I said, so yeah, what happened? He said, well, an entity came from this portal and like it sat at the table.
She asked what it looked like. Was it human? Was it alien? What color was it? They can't answer. They don't know. The information is secondhand and they can't describe it. But there's one detail they can confirm. One piece of physical evidence. And they said that this entity the second time took a scarf and left a scarf. I said, what type of scarf? And they don't know. They're not into the detail. They were really into the event and not the detail. And this entity left again. After that dinner, Dr. Stuckelberger began investigating. She started looking into CERN's official statements, their research agenda, their public announcements. And she found something disturbing. In 2024, CERN announced they would be restarting the Large Hadron Collider on April 8th, the date of a major solar eclipse. Top scientists at the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, says that the Titanic machine may possibly create or discover on 8th of April for the eclipse previously unimagined scientific phenomenon or unknown unknowns. For instance, an extra dimension. The former director of research at CERN, Sergio Bertolucci, made a statement. Who says, out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it. But that even with the power of the LHC at his disposal, he would only be able to hold it open a very tiny lapse of time, 10 to 26 seconds. But during that infinitesimal amount of time, we would be able to peer into this open door, either by getting something out of it or sending something into it. 10 to the minus 26 seconds, an incomprehensibly brief moment. But Bertolucci says that's enough time to peer into the open door, to get something out, or send something in. And then he adds, of course there would be no risk to the stability of our world. No risk, they promise. And now CERN wants to expand. They want to build a 91-kilometer ring, almost 4 times larger than what they have now.
Okay, so as you all can see, there's great significance in the clips that I uploaded for the series as well as the movie. Or as well as the clip from what the woman was speaking on, because the series, Theodosa, as I mentioned, there's a trend that's happening here. That particular series was created in 2009, the same year that the CERN machine was first turned on and shut down. Okay, both of these things happened simultaneously, turned on, shut down within that same time frame. So that movie Theodosius was put out. So that was also a sign, open communication between amongst themselves, because they make movies, they create books, so that they can have open communication across the globe without having to have direct meetings. Okay, so all of this stuff matters. Now, they spoke about a PEP. A PEP is also known as, oh my gosh, there's another name for a PEP, and it's known as the god of chaos, destruction, and war, and is literally the direct opposition of the sun god Ra. So the sun god, representing the sun, this god that they named the 3 rocket ships after on the day of the solar eclipse in 2024, is also known, they also named it a PEP, so that's why I tied that in. They put the series out in 2009, and they was referencing the solar eclipse then, and then moving fast forward to April of 2024, they ended up turning the machine back on 2 weeks after the actual solar eclipse, where they sent the rocket ships up at that time and named them after a PEP. I hope y'all are still here with me. So there is a direct tie to everything that they are doing, especially when they are using certain gods and entities. There's a reason for that. Now, as far as what the woman was saying, that's why I tie her in, because she is a scientist that said she sat amongst other scientists who are directly connected to CERN, who mentioned that they had a plan around the solar eclipse. She said April 8th specifically, and as you all know, that is April 8th of 2024. They had a plan to open up a gateway, and the scientist, he said out of his own mouth, all they needed was a tiny little opening where they can either send something in or get something out. Now, consider that opening would be considered a portal, and they have been spending time creating what is known as antimatter. There's a movie called Angels and Demons. I'm going to put the clip up so you can watch that. They literally have created antimatter inside of the CERN machine. They're claiming that they only created small bits of it. Now, this movie, Angels and Demons, this was created in 2009. I'm sorry, this was created in 2009. The Adosa, when they was talking about APAP and the solar eclipse, that was created in 2022. The Adosa was put out in 2022. The movie Angels and Demons was put out in 2009. And as you all know, 2022, let me see. That's when they started the CERN machine up again in 2022, and they ran it all the way up until 2026. So they restarted it in 2022, ran it all the way up until June 29th of this year, 2026. I hope y'all are still here with me. So there's always messages and signs and symbols that's being put out. Let me run this clip, and we are going to get into the reading right now.
Light. We're lighting stable beams.
Inact injection kicker.
We have a signal on the luminosity monitors. We have events. Photons are moving.
Abbiamo l'antimateria. È ad un livello mai visto prima.
All right, y'all. So many of you might already be familiar with Angels and Demons. If you have not watched it, go and check it out, because it is a very interesting movie where they are concerned that the Vatican, they're getting ready to lose their position. They spoke about modern society and how no one is really following their their rules, their, their traditions, and suddenly they go off into this whole CERN machine. Why would those two things be connected? Well, as you all remember in the previous reading, we saw that they created the CERN machine as the oracle, okay? So they know that the true oracles have awakened, the ones who truly belong in that seat of what they might call priesthood, the high priest and the high priestess. It's not the Vatican. It would be the high priest and high priestess that have been hand selected and placed here by the Most High Mother and Father, okay? So let's get into this reading, y'all, because it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Am I even using the right deck? So yes, that antimatter, hypothetically speaking, if they was to send that up with those rocket ships, right? Because he said he had a plan, sending it up on April 8th during the solar eclipse, if they actually took that antimatter, put it up into the cosmos inside of those rocket ships for a split second, he said they only needed a few seconds to peer into the other side to either put something in there or to take something out. For a split second, it creates an implosion, okay, or explosion rather, and it's going to open up even for a few seconds, long enough for them to successfully either take something out, put something in, whatever their objective was, okay? So let's keep all of this in mind and knowing that these are the things that they have been up to allegedly. So let's jump right in because I have some questions here. Where we left off in the previous reading was that in 2010, they started the CERN machine up again. Okay? They started up the CERN machine again. I'm just going to take one card from this deck because I don't even think this is the right deck, but attack patterns based on lust and creates disastrous connections. Wow. Attack partners based on, damn, why am I reading? Attracts partners based on lust and creates disastrous connections. 2010. 2010. Attracts partners based on lust and creates disastrous connections. Now, when they started it back up, a lot of the spell work and rituals that they was doing at that time was to create very unhealthy partnerships and unions. That's a big deal because it throws off the frequency. Sexual energy is definitely a very potent, very powerful way of alchemy. And when you are connecting with low vibrational beings, it is creating a low vibrational frequency and putting you exactly where they want you to be in order to siphon that God frequency energy and to be able to take that divine wisdom and all of that access that you all have to the Akashic records and the things that are all spiritual. Now, that was a large component in 2010. Attracting partners based on lust, creating disastrous connections, karmic connections. So if you found yourself aligning with karmic partners, 2010 and moving forward, like within that next few years, you attracted very disastrous karmic partnerships, leave it in the comment section. I remember that because, hello, I was there. So definitely looks like that was a part of the agenda based on what the divine ancestors are saying here. So let's see. I want to know, because earlier we saw that they made a deal with an entity that they could not break away from. They made a deal with a very low vibrational entity. Now, what was interesting about what that woman said, the scientist, she said she sat at the table with the other scientists of CERN, and they entity ended up showing up, or they mentioned that they saw an entity that showed up, and they couldn't quite describe it. And it showed up for a split second, and they said it took a scarf, or it left a scarf behind. Y'all remember seeing that part in the clip? That is very significant because remember, it came out in the reading prior to this one. Go back and watch part 1, where it showed that they made a deal with an entity. I want to see what deal did they make with this entity. Return and take a different route. Return and take a different route. Okay? They made a deal that this entity, this whoever this deity, whatever this thing is, that it would be able to return, but they would find a different route in order for that to happen. Okay? So there's another portal I strongly sense that they have been trying to create in order to get some sort of entity back here in the third dimensional plane. Return, take a different route. I'm going to clarify and see what is this all about. I might have to turn my air back on, y'all, because it's getting hot up in here. Get me some water. Let me see. All right, so let's see. What is this all about? Let's clarify each card. Let's clarify, take a different route. Take a different route. So we have imposter. Imposter. So this literally says someone puts on an act and it's not the real thing. A spiritual fraud. Take a different route. Because they was coming in, remember in the previous message I mentioned that they was cloaking their energy. They was siphoning and harvesting our energy to try and cloak themselves with our divine essence, our divine spark, by causing us to forget who we are, putting us asleep, pulling on our energy and trying to cloak themselves in that as an imposter. So to take a different route, this imposter would have to take a different route. Let's clarify return, because remember, we're still talking about this entity that they made a deal with. Return. Intuition. This is, I mean, I'm getting this visual of them trying to take, obviously they want the power for themselves too, right? They want to be able to possess the power of the true divine oracles, but I'm also picking up right now that they wanted to restore that intuitive power, or to give it, not even to restore it, but to give that intuitive power over to this low vibrational entity that they made a deal with. I'm also picking that up too, because this being would end up coming back and taking a different route to return as an imposter cloaked in light. Y'all, I'm wondering if they trying to create some sort of you know what? Some of y'all already thought about it. Some of y'all already see what I see. Are they trying to take this deity or this entity that they made a deal with, siphon the divine essence of the chosen through the CERN machine by opening up this portal and trying to access our divine wisdom, cloaking this entity with that energy and having it to return here to this realm as an angel of light? Are y'all here with me? As an angel of light, but it's an imposter? But it will have so much, the goal is that it would possess so much of that divine light and divine frequency that they would have stolen, because remember, the burglary card showed up. It was showing that their objective was to steal the divine energy of the chosen. It looks like the deal that they made with this low vibrational entity was to bring it back here cloaked. This imposter would come through. It literally says someone puts on an act and is not the real thing. They are a spiritual fraud. But doesn't this energy look very familiar? Have you not seen the same energy in many images? Is that not a very similar image? So the imposter would take a different route. They're coming up with a different plan to reroute and get this entity here. Spiritual fraud returning with all of this intuition and knowledge here. It says the intuitive abilities you possess are second to none. So to fool the masses into thinking that this entity is a being of divine light coming from the highest source. Okay, and what's the objective? Let's see. What will be the ultimate objective? If this entity was to return, coming back as a spiritual fraud, how would they use this energy? Wow, look, coming through acting like a healer, y'all. Listen, then you have the evil eye. Oh my goodness. This says your natural abilities allow you to heal yourself and others. Who does that sound like? Leave it in the comment section. What does that sound like? They are literally planning to bring back an entity. It is a being. They made a deal with this being that they would grant it intuitive wisdom. They're going to siphon all of this energy, give it over to this being. Because remember, in that, now if we go back, let's go back to the clip that I showed you all of the TV show Theodosia, right? Theodosia, which was made in 2022. At that time, they turned the machine back on. It's called Theodosia. And in that clip, they were showing that there was this, they was very adamant about obtaining the Eye of Horus because they wanted to revive Apap, okay? They wanted to revive Apap, who is the god or the entity of chaos and destruction, but they needed to obtain the Eye of Horus because it's almost like this being wanted, it wanted to obtain the Eye of Horus in order to increase his power. Fast forward to this reading right here. Whatever this being is, this entity that they made a deal with, they want it to return. They're trying to take another route to get it to return here. What is it returning to do? To be an imposter, to have all of this intuition, but it's a spiritual fraud, and also coming in acting like it is a healer. But what's really behind this is the evil eye. It's really evil. Okay? Envy with intent, negative attention. It's really evil. And I feel like they want this being to directly target the chosen seed. Let me see something here. I'm going to get a direct message real quick before I ask another question. Ooh, goodness gracious. Let me clarify imposter. Clarifying imposter. Wow. So I have feature. Okay, something that stands out.
Something ain't right. I don't know.
Feature. Imposter is clarified by feature. So this imposter is going to possess certain features that stand out. It's a spiritual fraud. Someone is putting on an act and they are not the real thing. Okay. Let's see. Thud. A heavy sound of one thing hitting another. Thud. I have to get back to that. Invite to request someone to join an event or activity. They are literally inviting this entity into our realm. That is the goal. That doesn't mean that they're going to be successful, because we are definitely all hands on deck out here in these spiritual streets. The Most High Mother and Father has the first and final say so. Our divine angels and ancestors and cosmic family, the universe, the elemental and cosmic spirits, they're not playing any games out here in these spiritual streets, because these beings are violating spiritual law. But what I am pulling on is showing you the objective, allegedly, right? The objective, the agenda. What do they want this? How do they want this imposter to affect humanity? Let's just see real quick. Let's just see if we are on the same page here, because I know y'all are seeing what I see. If you see what I see, say Shavi, we see what you see, because it's coming out of the messages. Y'all know I don't make these messages up. I just read the energy, okay? I'm here to interpret what the divine ancestors are saying to us in these messages, okay? So how do they want this imposter spirit, this entity that they are trying to get back here through a different route, another portal, okay, that's returning in imposter syndrome, seer. Seer, do y'all see that? Remember, the machine was created because there is something about an oracle. They want the humanity to believe that this particular being that they are bringing back here, or attempting to bring back here, is a seer. It is highly intuitive. It is a healer. It is a divine being of light. That's what they want you to believe. Oh my goodness. That's too many. Hold on. Let me just grab one. Sun. Look at that. Sun. I'm telling you, I can't make this stuff up, okay? Sun. What does that remind you of, right? What does that remind you of? Sun. S-O-N and S-U-N. I'm telling you, they already set the illusion up, right? Where a lot of people are expecting that there's getting ready to be this ascending of this the Son of God, right? Jesus is going to ascend or descend from the heavens and come down in this, white robe, and all. The whole time, it would literally be an entity that they have conjured up and brought back from wherever it has been locked away at, wherever that thing is. They're reawakening it, handing it over the intuitive wisdom as they siphon all of this energy through the CERN machine, bring this being back as an imposter. Y'all listen. Let me take one more, and I'm going to ask another question. Because I'm telling you, these messages, they're getting very, very, very deep. I have peace. Peace. Oh my goodness. Peace. Interesting. What does that being show up as when it's showing its little symbol in its little feminine energy? Right? It's going to act like it's coming in peace. They're literally setting the pace. And a lot of people thought, oh, they're going to use, what do you call it, Project Blue Beam or something like that. Like they're going to create it and it's going to look like it's coming from a, like it's coming from a projector screen, very advanced projector screen. No. Their plan is literally to cloak this imposter, this energy with all of these familiar features, right? As the card says, features. They're going to cloak a wicked being in this energy and have it here and tell you that it is actually Jesus. That's the plan. That's the plan. Okay? Now, let me see, because I don't want to lose track, y'all. I got so many questions. So, let's see because gosh, it's so many different questions I have. But let's go back to 2010. Okay. They made this deal, obviously. They got comfortable enough to turn the machine back on in 2010 after they got scared shitless in 2009. I believe, no, it was actually the end of 2008. And all of 2009, the machine was off. They turned it back on 2010 after they had done many, many sacrifices in 2009, right? We already discussed some of those sacrifices and rituals. The human sacrifice of many celebrities, one being Michael Jackson, allegedly. And also the Olympics happened that year on 8/8 during the 8/8 portal, where they do lots of rituals there. And what was the third thing, y'all? What was the third thing? In 2010, the election of Barack Obama, where there was a lot of energy being siphoned and harvested there as many people cast their ballots, which is spell work, okay? Helping them to fuel the agenda. So let's see, what did they discover when they turned the machine back on in 2010? Because they felt very confident. And they will go on to keep this machine running up until 28. Hold on. Let me see how long did they keep it running. Okay, so it's saying roughly 3 years. Roughly 3 years. So let's see. What did they discover? What did they discover during that 3-year period? Wow, look at this. More warnings. How many times did this warning, you might not be able to read that well, but it says warn, okay? WARN. And then I have listen. Hopefully this is not backwards for you all, I don't know. But warn and listen. They discovered more warnings. When they was being told, listen, we're warning you. We're giving you direct instruction, okay? Let's see, clarify, warn. Because regardless of what their plan was and how confident they felt in their plan because they made their deal with whatever this low vibrational entity was, they were still getting warnings. It says, milking. Someone is stealing your love energy to manifest off of it. Oh my goodness. They keep coming out about this love energy being stolen and harvested. Because literally, what was the first card? It says, attract partners based on lust and creates disastrous connections. So they was getting warnings about doing this. About siphoning the energy of connections. So they was literally, I feel like they was using sexual energy, people's sexual energy at that point, because we're talking about 2010, between 2010 and 2013, it wasn't a whole lot of people that was awakened at that time. I'm not saying it wasn't some people that haven't been awakened for 20, 30 years. Obviously there are some, but it wasn't a whole lot of people that was awakened between 2010 and 2013. And being that this is showing that a lot of the rituals that they was performing at that time was to create lust-based partnerships, karmic disastrous partnerships between 2010 and 2013, around that time, they was using that energy, all of that sexual energy, because consider a lust-based partnership is strictly sexual. There's nothing else there. There's no love frequency there. It's all sex and karma, disaster, and chaos. They were siphoning that energy. So they was being warned to stop. They was being warned to stop here, okay? They got a message to listen and to stop. Let's see. Let's clarify. Listen. She-devil and medium. She-devil and medium. Yep, they was receiving. I feel like these beings was still getting like very low vibrational high priest, high priestess to give them messages to predict or to tell them about how this was going to. But you know what? This says communicating with past over loved ones and spirits. So they was communicating with spirits for sure. The she devil says a feminine energy that is cruel, wicked, and has a bad temper. This medium could have been a she devil. And they was actually listening to this she devil, but they was also receiving warnings at the same time. Let me see, what did this she devil medium, that's what we're going to call it, a she devil medium, what did it tell them? Because they received warnings. Look at that. It says native and literary. Native and literary. Okay. Now we already got the native coming out before, which represents the one born with the natural gifts. They got a warning in regards to us. That was the warning in regards to the chosen seed, the indigenous beings, the original beings of the planet, the ones who truly possess the gifts as the divine oracles. They got a warning concerning us. Now, this literary says well read, relating to written words or writing as a profession. I feel like they was telling them that we possess the knowledge. They was getting warnings because many of us was tapping in. We was remembering. A lot of you might have found yourself drawn to certain literature, reading up on certain things, learning about certain things. Some of you was actually beginning to become activated and remembering particular things after that, during that period or after that period in 2013. Now, my awakening did not happen that early in my walk, okay? Not at that particular time. But consider some of you was starting to remember. So obviously things happens in waves here. So I feel like the she devil medium was warning them about the indigenous chosen seed, and that we were beginning to study, to read, to remember again. Okay? What did they receive? How did these so-called scientists receive the message when they received this warning about us? That's too many. How did they receive the message? Announcement. Wow, it says announcement and then recently. Announcement and recently. A public statement about a fact or an event recently relating to relating to a time not long ago. Some sort of recent announcement. A recent announcement. There was some sort of an announcement around that time. Let me see what type of announcements came out. Because remember, it was saying native and literary. Something could have come out like a written statement about the indigenous. Let's see. Something was brought forward 2011, 2012, 2013. If you all have any clue, leave it in the comments section because it is helpful. Hold on, y'all. Matter of fact, I'll just ask outright. Let's see. Okay. So what public announcements or very important public announcements came out, let's say between the years of 2011 to 2013?
If you mean the big ones that really hit the world between 2011 and 2013, here are a few heavy hitters. 2011, the announcement of Osama bin Laden's death and the formal wrap of NASA's Space Shuttle program. 2012, CERN announced the Higgs boson discovery, and in 2013, the Snowden NSA surveillance revelations came out and shifted global privacy debates. If you meant a specific kind of public announcement, say government only or science only, tell me.
That is significant. Now, what really stands out, okay, Osama bin Laden's death, obviously that was the perfect distraction. There was a lot going on behind that, so that's not what I'm picking up on. They also mentioned NASA's Space Shuttle program. While they play a vital role in all of this, that's not what stood out to me. What stood out to me was the CERN announced the Higgs boson discovery. The Higgs boson discovery, specifically, that was in 2012. Higgs boson discovery, which is supposed to be also known as the God particle. Check this out.
And there are some really bizarre things that have happened, particularly, I would say, regarding CERN. What do you actually know about CERN? I'm going to bring Mark on to mansplain this. What CERN is and what they were involved in, and you guys kind of remember, we're trying to find the God particle. That was another push. Mark, jump on here and mansplain everything.
I'm happy to. And I just want to preface by saying I am not a particle physicist. So I just use particle physics recreationally. I'm a high school dropout. This is all I know. But CERN was basically established in 1954 to research particle physics. There's something called the standard model of particle physics to kind of explain how everything exists and what it's made out of, to back up the Big Bang theory of creation. And one of the missing pieces was, how do particles that don't have mass attain mass out of nothing? And so in 1964, a group of scientists theorized that there's something called a Higgs boson. One of the scientists was named Peter Higgs, I believe. And so the search was on to find this particle. And so that's why CERN created the Large Hadron Collider, which is based in Geneva, Switzerland, and is a 17-mile tunnel underground, up to 600 feet underground in some places, where they shoot subatomic particles at each other at a very high speed to try and break them apart to see what they're composed of. And so in 2012, they observed a reaction that's consistent with this particle that was theorized back in 1964 that some people were calling it the God particle, to explain how something can come from nothing and essentially try and erase God from the story of creation to create a scientific explanation of it.
So in short, exactly, they're trying to be God. This is like the next step for them. We're controlling humanity. We're controlling their minds. Like, what can we do? What's the next step? We need to become creator.
Okay, so while I don't specifically follow Candace Owens, that was one of the best explanations that I could find on TikTok in terms of how they have been searching for this God particle for the past 50 years. And they discovered it, as you can see, that it says in 2013. So that was the event that was significant, that will be directly connected to, what was the cards that came out, y'all? The natives and literary. Okay, I feel like they had already learned about, there was something that was written about us specifically chosen, and how we came into being. And they called themselves trying to replicate this. They got a warning in regards to that, okay? There was a warning. So the question was, how did they respond to the warning, or what actually influenced them to keep going when they discovered what they call the, the Higgs boson, also known as the God particle, they felt like they was on to something. They felt like they was on to something, okay? Now, obviously, as I said, they're trying to create this being or to conjure up this entity to cloak it in the energy of light, to bring forth this imposter energy as a spiritual fraud, okay? They received a message from this medium, because they do refer to this medium, the she-devil, very wicked, very low vibrational being, that gave them a warning about the natives specifically, okay? Now, the so-called God particle, what are their intentions? Now, we're still in 2013. They so-called discovered this God particle. What's next? There's return again, okay? Remember, the same word came out. Return. Return. What are they trying to return to? I really do feel like at that point they felt confident that they could bring this entity back in. We have mole here. Mole. Infiltration. Someone on the inside. Hidden enemy. Inside job. I feel like it's the imposter. Whatever this entity is, that's the mole. Okay? That's the hidden enemy. But they're going to come in such a this illusion of light, love, the healer, highly intuitive, the seer, that a lot of people, and I'm not going to say they're going to, because we have already set our intentions that this is not going to happen. This energy will not be conjured up. This energy will not come in to fool the masses. But this is showing you directly what the plan is behind the scenes. I'm going to get another card for return since it's here twice. Yeah, came out fast. Look at that. Does that says warn. Warn. Okay. Warn. W-O-R-N. Let me see. Another card for return. I'm just going to pull one out. Pioneer. See, it's something about, yeah, they're trying to, it's warn and pioneer. Yeah, this is to destroy the pineal gland, third eye. Okay? To destroy the pineal gland. This energy that they're trying to get to return, they're hoping that they will target directly the chosen seed who really do have these gifts. Remember, it said that they will come in acting as a healer, but they will really be coming in sending the evil eye, targeting particular people, envy with intent, okay? Specifically towards the chosen. Wow, I have the card of sing. Sing. There's something about music here that is very significant, okay? There's something about music here that is very significant. Let me clarify sang. Now, mind you all, I didn't know about CERN when I did that previous message that I showed here that I posted in 2022. I did not know CERN existed, okay? So I was not able to connect the two when it came to the, the message that I posted in 2024 for the solar eclipse about the rocket ships. I had no idea about CERN in 2024. So I was not able to connect the dots when it comes to them turning the CERN machine back on 2 weeks after the solar eclipse in 2024, but also sending up the rocket ships, the APAP rocket ships. And I strongly sense now that that was the intention of opening up the portal then, to send something in or to get something out. speaking of that, they had already discovered the God particle in 2013. So that could have also been what they called themselves dropping off to this entity, delivering the God particle over to this entity. That could have also been the objective, to use the antimatter to create an opening, a cavity, and then to drop off the God particle. Because remember, they made a deal that they would bring this being back. This, whoever this entity is, they desire to have control and power over the masses. And they was already preparing the world for this energy, right? When you look at Revelations, they have been preparing the world for a very long time under Christianity, Catholicism, however the hell you say that mess. Preparing to return, to bring this energy back. The clip that you saw from Angels and Demons, that particular movie, is no coincidence that they named it Angels and Demons, started off with the Vatican, the popes. Much of the movie consisted of things surrounding the popes and the Vaticans, okay? All of it is tied in together. And they created literally the antimatter right there in that machine. That would have been created, that movie was made in 2009. So they had yet to discover the God particle. They didn't discover that until 2013. That's why what they had encapsulated there in that visual was the antimatter. It was not the God particle. So sane. What about sane? Protection. Protection. I feel like this is connected to the frequency, our frequency. As long as we come together in harmony and unison with one voice, one sound, and that would be that sound, that frequency of love, heart chakra frequency, and the frequency of divine unions coming together. This literally says your love and marriage life are being protected at this time. It's something about the sound that is produced when these unions comes together. It is a frequency that is that permeates throughout the universe. It is a sound that protects us and it protects our unions, because there is a major attack on the unions based on how this is coming through, using sexual energy. It's a lot going on here. It's a lot going on here. So y'all know this is going to end up being a part 3, but I'm not going to do the part. I'm going to first take care of y'all and make sure we tap in with the chosen and do a reading for you all specifically, because not everybody is interested in what's going on with this CERN, but this is getting deep. So if you find that you want a part 3, leave. I'm ready for a part 3 in the comment section, because this is getting deep. Okay? Now, we're still in 2013. That's why we got to have a part 3, because we still haven't gotten to fast forward what happened in 22, what happened in 24 around the solar eclipse. We still haven't gotten to why they shut it down here in 26. So we are working our way to that. That's why we're going to need a part 3, okay? So let me see. I'm going to ask one more question. Let me see. And then I'm going to close out, y'all. What is their plan? I feel like we went over these questions. Let's just see what was their plan once they discovered the God particle in 2013. I think we already got some clarity about that, but let's see. Karma, karma. What was sent to you has backfired and been returned. They was hoping that at that point they would be able to exact karma, because remember, they got a lot of warnings, a lot of crazy things. We got the card of emergency. A lot of really crazy things begin to happen to these individuals when they first started up this machine. Okay, the very first time they shut it on in 2008. Or was it 9? Was it 2008 or 9, y'all? My mind is like one of those years, 2008 or 9, when they first turned it on, they got a lot. It was 2008, the end of 2008. They got a lot of karma. Okay? So I feel like when they found the God particle, it went to their head. It blew their head up, literally. It went to their head, and they felt like, now I gotcha, right? Now they're in a position to be able to carry out the mission. Let's see. I got 2 cards that just flew out. I have throne and word magic. Throne and word magic. See, these beings thought that they could get back on the throne. Like they was, I'm telling you, they was really, their head was blown up. Okay, word magic. Someone uses word salad to covertly do spell work. And then throne says, you are ascending to the throne. This is your birthright. See, they thought when they found the God particle that this was their birthright, that somehow the heavens had opened up to them, and this confirmed that they are truly powerful and that they do deserve this throne. And they started doing all types of word magic, like they really thought that they was getting ready to exact karma. See, and this is when the spiritual battle really sets sail, okay? This says battle. This is speaking on spiritual warfare. And remember the movie called Angels and Demons. This is a spiritual battle between good and evil. So I feel like at that point they exalted themselves. They felt like because they possessed this so-called God particle, that it put them in this position of power. And that's when they felt like they had some sort of upper hand in order to defeat the very spiritual beings that was on the other side when they first opened up, when they first started messing around with that CERN machine, that actually warned them and that actually started whooping their ass. They felt like by the time they got this God particle in 2013, that they was prepared for battle. Okay? I really do feel like they unleashed something, they activated something when they made that deal with whatever that entity was. Because remember, it said they had made a deal with a lot of entities and it was showing a lot of demons in part 1. I feel like there was a lot of them that they ended up conjuring up and making deals with. So now they feel like they have a strong backing. Okay? This is the spiritual warfare that's happening. This says baneful. Someone with dark intentions is focused on you. Okay? So, I'm going to take one card, one message to close out, y'all, and we are going to tap back in for part 3. If this message opens your eyes anymore and you feel like we're actually getting to the root of what this thing is all about, leave an 1111 in the chat. Let me know that this is actually resonating with you and that you see the value in what I'm doing here. I'm not going to get paid for this. They're going to shut off my monetization for this particular video. So I do say in advance, thank you all for sending donations, whether it's the super chats or however you send your donations, if you find that this message is valuable to you. Okay? So I have here generous. Wow, generous. Okay, well, that's an interesting card to come out when I'm mentioning sending donations. This says willing to freely give or share money or help. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's my spiritual team saying, in advance. Thank you. But that's what I'm seeing here. This message was deep. It was a lot to tap into. I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus just for a day or two to focus on other things that y'all need to know about, and we're going to get back to it, especially if I see enough of you mention part 3 in the comment section. We're going to get into this, y'all. That's my message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hype. I'm wearing a few of my jewelry pieces today, so if you like these pieces, of course, you can get them off of my website. I'll leave the link in the comment section. You can get your personal readings with me. I do have openings available. Get your spiritual tools, whether it's your ancestors' notes, send this over to your spiritual team. Okay, you have 88 notes per package. Very powerful to write your petitions on the back. Or you could just send a thank you over to your spiritual team and send them the currency, because this helps them to have everything that they need to work with us to make sure that we are good, we are protected, and that we have everything that we need. So we got to keep connecting with our divine ancestors, our divine angels, of course, without a doubt, the Most High Mother and Father, staying grounded, staying connected to earth, staying centered. Because remember, that is the frequency that offsets everything. It's far more powerful than anything these beings can conjure up. Is the frequency of love, that high vibrational energy. So that's my message for you all. I will talk to y'all next time.
That was a lot. That was a whole lot. Alright. So apparently there's more to come. I say stand by for that. Personally, like I said, I still haven't the slightest fucking clue what I've been seeing out to sea, so we'll just have to see about that shit. You know what I mean? There's no need to do any music because it's like about to be 4 in the morning over here. However, that needed to happen, and yeah. So I guess as this keeps on developing, 2026 seems to be the age of discovery, and also the age of what is the word I'm looking for? Disclosure, I guess. I mean, but I always told D, like, watch this hand while this one's tickling your asshole, bro. It's like you're looking at the wrong shit. You need to be looking this way instead of looking up there. You need to be looking wherever you need to be looking at, but don't take everything with face value and shit. How about that? Because you're not gonna be told the truth. Talking about technology that was born in 1960, whatever the fuck before I was born, that's popularized today. Now you take today and go back to 1960 and put 60 years forward. That's like 20 some odd, 40 some odd shit. The technology that they have today, and other people over there looking in the sky talking about what was that? Like, it's probably some shit that we don't talk about. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. I got chores to do and shit. It's been real, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here too. That was a lot. Process it, sleep on it, try some shit like that. But I gotta get the fuck out of here. You feel it?